Pittsburgh.
Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we see quarterback Drew Brees and his New Orleans offense set to go on attack here for the first time.
When you think of accuracy, you might as well think of Drew Brees because he owns 5 of the 6 best completion percentages in a single season in NFL history, and it feels like he's done them all in 5 of the last 6 seasons. Like Tom Brady, he thinks he can go until he's at least 45, loves playing the game, takes great care of his body, and despite missing 5 games with a thumb injury last year, showed his toughness and came back and threw 27 touchdown passes against just 4 interceptions.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Brees. And right away, he lost the football. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense that has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
22 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward in there to bury him for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Brees, he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
A 9-yard.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Out of the gun. Hill. And that will be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here are the Steelers making their way out over their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all of 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon, picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Not good for 22 and a 1st down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield. Makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Michael Thomas. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Breeze now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up
so that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Winston. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Complete
from 4 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
To kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches.
Now 3rd and less than a yard.
Like 20. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make like a
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 65 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For the point after.
And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it onto the run.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start with a give to Kamara. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
For New Orleans.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Hill being chased out left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. They find some open field here. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll roll him out right, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Steelers have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting set to go again here. The Saints and Drew Brees march out there again on offense. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. 2nd quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, they'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 17-yard line. A big pickup of 38. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
And his throw here is incomplete. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints.
Complete to Jared Cook.
Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Ball carrier taken down at the.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
47's the mic. Watch the out. Watch the out. 47's the mic, boy. 47.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they have to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
At the 19-yard
So
line.
here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
All right, now. Flex 5. Check, 47. Come on. Alert, alert. Check back 47. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Hands to James Conner. The tackle made at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try.
A 29-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Steelers.
Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because any incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give him another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Take it at the 37. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own,
getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. You're throwing 2 touchdown passes. That's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Jalen Samuels.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5. At the Saints' 24-yard line.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Saints' 16-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Roethlisberger.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
47 is the mic. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. 47 is the mic. Control that bench release and go. 47. Check back, check back.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete, right around the 8. close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Vance McDonald. Incomplete. Brings up second and goal.
Another shot from the one on second and goal.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check 44. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Three first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittling all the way down just about, and still put the ball in the end zone. Just about
a drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Chris Boswell.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
Onside kick.
And where have we seen this before?
Oh, that's
from Sean
ambush.
Payton?
That's ambush. We've seen that. What was it, Super Bowl 44?
44.
Right? New Orleans against the Indianapolis Colts. Right after the half, they get it done. I'm so sorry to jump in. I just violated partner and booth etiquette 101.
That's all right. If you come in with an ambush and you come in strong like that, I feel like it's justified.
My apologies, but boy, what a play.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with counter. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
James Conner, the ball carrier.
They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Flush. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze airing it out deep for Smith. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about. And that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. They're going to be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28.
First down.
They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The wide receiver.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
It's a turn.
It was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play. The exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining, still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal
at the 8-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching him, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense. Oh, man, can't do that.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Breeze now. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I can put my defensive cap on.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Will Lutz lining up.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Ball at the 24 and a second and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a gain.
Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass intended for...
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Breeze finding Kamara. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st down.
Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is incomplete.
Winston's
a lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and up forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 41. That's a screen.
Back to throw, Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Breeze, good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you play man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make the play on the football.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. First clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Now Breeze. This is intercepted, and that should do it. And picked up by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Breeze pass.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The tackle made at his own.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up second and
2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Today's final score.
Well, I know the points of these when you wanted to close your eyes.
21.
Because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.